We are here for do this, not that. And if you're in marketing, especially if you have any responsibility for email marketing for your business or your organization, you've definitely asked yourself, is this the best day to send out email? What is the best day to send out email? And then what have we all done? We go to Google and we write, is this the best day to send out email? What is the best day to send out email? And we say, oh, okay, on the business side, send it out on this day. On the consumer side, send out email only on this day because it's the best. And that's completely ridiculous. It is not about what is the best day to send out email. It is what is the best day to send out this email? Because the emails you're sending out are all very different. You're not just sending out one kind of email. And then the big thing is our minds, whether our minds are thinking about ourselves as a business professional or as a consumer, our minds are in a different place all week long. What we react to on Monday is very different than what we react to on a Friday, right? We're just in a different place. And so we can't just say, okay, all of our email, our best day is Tuesday. That makes no sense because it's about what type of email you're sending out. So, what I want to do is break down based on all the data that we have. So, my agency, Outcome Media, we send out about 6 billion emails a year, business and consumer. And we take all that data and we look at what is the best stuff, the best type of email to send out on each day of the week. And this is a horrible way to do a podcast because you're definitely probably out somewhere walking, driving, doing. You're not writing stuff down or anything like that. So it's impossible to capture all this information. But hey, whatever. I'm going to do it anyway. So let's go through each day of the week, all right, and digest what we have found to be the best performing thing to send out on that day. We're going to break down business and consumer for each of the days. So first, let's bucket together Monday and Tuesday. On Monday and Tuesday, first on the business side, what performs phenomenal is your email newsletter. This is when you want your email newsletter going out. This is also a great day for your mid-funnel emails, meaning things like case study emails. Because at the start of the week, recipients are trying to figure out, okay, we're trying to onboard a new vendor. We're very serious about work. It's a Monday. Anything mid funnel is really great for that Monday, Tuesday period. Now, on the consumer side, what works really well is any type of trends content. We have no money left, right? Coming out of the weekend, we are broke. We have no money. The last thing we want to do is actually buy a product or service on the consumer side. But what we want to do, whether we realize it or not, is kind of get up to date. What's going on? What are the trends? What's happening? So, any types of trends content do really well on the consumer side on Monday and Tuesday. And then you also could be sending out emails building urgency for the end of week offers. Then you get to Wednesday. Okay, what does really well on Wednesday? On the business side, letter format sales emails do better on Wednesday than any other day. So this is a great day to kind of have that letter format sales email go out. And then what you really want to be doing on Wednesday on the business side is building urgency for any type of webinars that you might have towards the end of the week, because we're going to get into the best days for the webinars, but you definitely want to be building, sending out emails, building the registrations for the end of the week and doing that on Wednesday. Now, on the consumer side, Wednesday, we've seen really interesting data that email exclusive offers are doing really well. And that is where you're promoting that this is only available to our email subscribers. This is an email exclusive offer only. And that actually does the best on Wednesdays. Okay. Now we get over to Thursday, Friday. Oh my God, there's way too much information. I mean, it's all over the place, but that's okay. It's kind of like really what I'm trying to do is frame in your mind that different days are for different things. Now we get to Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday, I know this is very surprising on the business side, but over the last 6 months, Thursday and Friday are the best performing days for webinar attendance. Friday webinar attendance for business to business offers is up 40% in the last 6 months than prior to that. And ever since COVID, our minds have changed. Friday's a day that we kind of better ourselves. We don't schedule a lot of calls. We consume a lot of content. So is Thursday and Friday the best days for webinar attendance? So you really want to be amping up your emails promoting that. And then the other thing that does really well on Thursday and Fridays are things like guides or 101 content. When I say 101 content, 101 colon what all HR leaders should know. Anything on Thursday and Friday where the recipient can better themselves, consume content, learn something, that is our moment to consume. Now, on the consumer side, Thursday and Friday are the best 2 days of the week for sales performance. That's not click-throughs. I'm going to tell you what day that is. But for actually generating sales, Thursday and Friday, we have found to be the best 2 days of the week to generate sales via email. You're not broke on Sunday, right? Because the whole weekend, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I went out and did that. I have no money left. Okay. You still have your money. You just got your paycheck, or you know you're going to get your paycheck, or the person's going to get their paycheck. So Thursday and Friday, the best 2 days for sales performance for consumer emails. Now, let's get into the weekend. Saturday. Saturday on the business side is tough, but what it is really good for is on-demand content from this past week. On-demand videos, maybe it's a podcast recording, maybe it's on-demand of the webinar. Saturdays is a great day for on-demand stuff, and don't not send on Saturdays. You will reach a new population of people that have been not seeing your stuff and that are willing to check it out because they have time. So it's great for your on-demand content. Now, what else is Saturday good for on the consumer side? That is building up for your Sunday sale. This is where you can start the drumbeat: 24-hour only sale, or 1 day sale, or tomorrow it ends, 48-hour sale. You want to use Saturday to build the drumbeat for Sunday. That's what it's good for on the consumer side. And then on Sunday, on the business side, you have to do your newsletter resend. If you're not sending out your email newsletter twice, you are failing. So on Sunday, you take everybody, you sent that email newsletter on Monday, Tuesday, right? On the business side. And then let's say you had a 40% open rate on your email, on the newsletter. You take the population of people, the 60% who didn't open it on Monday and Tuesday, and you resend it on Sunday with a subject line saying, uh-oh, I think you missed it. Or here's the newsletter that you scrolled past. You say something in the subject line to make sure they know they kind of missed it. You do that on Sunday, you'll see an extra 20% lift on your newsletter read rate, which is awesome. And then for consumer, Sunday is the biggest day for click-throughs. It's not your biggest sales day, that's Thursday and Friday, but we actually see the highest click-through rate on Sunday. So you want to have a really big offer, something that's really enticing. It's going to have to be very aggressively priced because this is the time of the week that we are running out of money. So really what I want to frame in your mind is, it's not what is the best day to send out email. It is what is the best day to send out this email. And that's always what you want to be saying to yourself. All right, before we get into Since You Didn't Ask, which is the epically ridiculous portion of this podcast, I want to let you know that this podcast is exclusively presented by Marigold. Now, maybe you don't know what Marigold is, but most of you out there have an email sending platform that you send all your emails on. You could be a small business, a medium business, a large business. Marigold is my email sending platform. Okay. And Marigold's incredible. They're a roll up of all these companies like Sail Through and Cheetah Digital and Myema and Campaign Monitor. They're all part of Marigold. If you are in the market for an email platform, I strongly suggest you check out Marigold. And there's two things I would recommend. One, you can go to meetmarigold.com and find out everything you want at meetmarigold.com. Or drop me a DM on LinkedIn and ask me to connect you with the exact right person at Marigold, who's going to show you everything you want to know about how to use their platform. I will connect you with the absolute best person there. They're all great people, but the absolute best person. So drop me a DM on LinkedIn at my name, Jay Schwedelson, and I will hook you up. And check out Marigold at meetmarigold.com. Great, great platform and service. All right, let's get into Since You Didn't Ask. I saw something that got me thinking. I don't know if anybody else saw this yet. But Taylor Swift, I know we got a lot of Swifties out there. I love Taylor Swift. I'm all in. She's amazing, wild, all this stuff. Did you hear that she is in talks to be part of the Marvel universe? That she had a meeting with the head of Marvel Studios, and she is in talks to potentially play Dazzler, the character Dazzler, in an upcoming Marvel movie. Yes, this is true. Now, what do I think about this? First of all, if you don't know who Dazzler is, then that means you have a life, unlike me. And you don't know every Marvel character, but Dazzler actually was a singer that was able to transform like sound into light and do all this holograms and all this cool stuff. So that's who she's in talks to play. But in general, it got me thinking about musicians in movies, and some of them have been horrible. So I got together a few of the worst and a few of the best movies that musicians have been in that I think are terrible. Well, first of all, by the way, Taylor Swift was already in a movie. Okay, she was in Cats. She was what is the name of the cat? Bomb Ballerina? I don't know anything about the play cast, and I certainly didn't watch that movie. I mean, it did horrible. So maybe she's trying to do a redo, but I don't know. That was a horrible. I mean, it did horribly. But there were other celebrities that could not have done worse in movies. You had, Mariah Carey was in Glitter. I actually saw that movie. I don't know why. It was horrendous. Britney Spears was in Crossroads before she kind of went on to this whole situation that she's involved with right now, which is very troublesome and very worrisome. But that was terrible. Jessica Simpson was in Dukes of Hazzard. That wasn't that bad. That was okay. Rihanna was in Battleship, which I actually think was a good movie, but I barely remember Rihanna's role in that movie. And then, of course, the worst movie of all time was J Lo in Geely with Ben Affleck, where the love affair started, which is about to end. And oh my god, that movie was so epically horrible. Now there were movies that were really good. Ice Cube is in Boys in the Hood. He's an amazing actor. That dude's phenomenal. Cher in Moonstruck, right? And then I think my two favorites. I mean, Dolly Parton in 9 to 5. If anybody out there has not seen 9 to 5, you should stop listening to this and go watch 9 to 5. I mean, this is, I don't care how old that movie is. That's one of the all-time greatest movies. And Dolly Parton is one of the all-time greatest humans. There's nothing, by the way, if you haven't listened, Dolly has this new album that's this whole collab album with all these other famous singers. It is so good. It's covers of all these great songs. I'm telling you, go on Spotify, find Dolly Parton's new album. It just came out. It is great. And then this one came on the TV the other day, a Lady Gaga in A Star is Born with Bradley Cooper. This movie makes me cry. I'm not embarrassed to say it. Every time I see this movie, it makes me cry. Something is wrong with me. I mean, legitimately wrong with me. But this is a great, great movie. So I'll probably get some DMs or some emails saying I forgot this one or that one, but you're all wrong. This is the greatest list of all time. So what have we learned today? I have no idea, but we did, and that's amazing. I hope that, listen, please give this thing a review. It helps with the algorithms. It circulates it. More people can hear the nonsense. Even if you think it's a terrible podcast, you can say Jay's a loser. It's not news to me. It's fine. And make sure you register for Guru Conference and Delivered Conference. You can go to guruconference.com and deliveredconference.com. These are two super large free virtual events that my company is putting on. They're massive, and we buy a certain number of virtual seats and then we run out. Guru Conference is all about email marketing, and Delivered Conference is all about direct mail marketing, and we are going to have thousands of people there, but we will run out of spots. So go register. Have a great time watching bad movies, and appreciate you being here. Later.